thank you. I just want to say hello. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To all of our viewers, wherever you are. We've got at least, for my understanding, we've got at least 5 countries live broadcasting with UNIMATRIX Zoom series. We've got, of course, Germany, the Netherlands, the UK, and Malaysia, and of course, Indonesia. And thank you for all of you, particularly our speakers. We have fantastic 4, I like to call millennials, with all due respect. They are very accomplished in their own professions now. And the theme that we like to focus for today's series basically is hybrid education from 2 countries. So basically, the understanding of hybrid basically is going to be good to understand that you've got a basic, let's say, education, of course, from Indonesia. But in addition to that, additional education from other countries could be very, very beneficial for you in the long term. Let me say we've got at least the first speaker is Mrs. Chitra Chergia Tarik, MSc, and now she is working for BP, British Petroleum Subsea Engineer in the UK. And the second one is Bung Fadli Gunawan, MSc, and he is now Senior Performance Marketing Specialist at Adidas Group in Europe. And the third speaker we have Mrs. Putri Sarisuji, MSc, and currently she is Strategic Assistant to CEO at Zurich Insurance Company in Indonesia. And last but not least, we have Miss Dirata Widya Putri, MSc, and she is a new manager at JD.id Indonesia. So if you can see from 4 of our speakers, they've got commonalities. First, some of them, they're engineers, so we like to, personally, I like to encourage all of you to learn not just the social sciences, but also the STEAM, the science, technology, engineering, and math. And also, they are also graduated from University of Indonesia. So they will talk about that later. And the hybrid things is very interesting. I don't want to spoil the story. Some of them, as you know, they graduate from the UK plus another country, and some of them, they are graduate from the Netherlands plus another country. So without further ado, let's invite the first speaker, Mrs. Chitra Chergia Tarik. Hello, Mbak Chitra, how are you doing?
Hi, Mbak Desi.
Yes.
I'm great, thank you.
Brilliant. So as I said before, Mbak Chitra is graduate from University of Indonesia, majoring in engineering, but then you've got the scholarship from Turkish government, and the rest is history. Could you please tell us, how did you get that scholarship, the preparation that you did, and then how you end up in the UK? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mbak Desi, for the opportunity to share this sharing session. So talking about my educational background, I completed my undergraduate at University of Indonesia, majoring in civil engineering, and I did my master's degree through full scholarship from Turkish government at Istanbul Technical University, and the thesis research from European Union, and I did at Newcastle University in the UK. So I think it is important to have a dream. So everything begins with a dream, I believe so. And in this case, when I was younger, I had a dream to study and living abroad. If I connect to Mas Johnny's introduction, the speech, like he said that you need to invest in education, I do agree with that. And studying abroad is not only investment for your personal growth, it's also investment for our country, as we will contribute as the ambassador for Indonesia to develop our country, whether we live in Indonesia or we live abroad. So with my first investment in personal growth, I think when we have the opportunity to study abroad, we could be more independent, we could get more valuable life skills like cooking by ourselves, we live away from our family, and obviously we'll learn new languages, we'll learn new culture, and it will broaden our mind. We'll be more open-minded and globalizing ourselves, meet with new friends from different countries. And of course, like the universities in the UK and other part of Europe, they have really excellent sources of knowledge and research supports. And we could use this to publish our research at international forum, and this is really good for our long-term career path. But of course, like to get to our dream, to get to our destination, we need to prepare lots of things. And I think first we need to know where we want to go, the dream, the destination, and then find out how to get there. We need to check the entry requirements, and if we feel that we still need some support, then just contact the professional. In this case, UNIMATRIX provided very excellent support, and
yes,
yeah, I think we can use that. And when I was studying at university in Indonesia, I joined lots of competition just to have my CV to be more fruitful, just to learn how to compete locally and then globally, how to level up my skills. Yeah, so it's a long journey, but you need to begin with your dream, how to get there, and find good supports.
So you did your extra miles to get all of your dreams into you narrow it down. You did a lot of extra miles, and you won some of the competitions. Like you were sent to US for the ASEAN program or something, and that was fantastic. But my questions: how did you choose the Turkish scholarship? Why didn't you go for other European or Asian scholarship? Why was that?
Yeah, so there are lots of scholarship sites.
Yes.
In this case, I connected with my passion and educational background because my undergraduate was in civil engineering, and Indonesia has several characteristics which is quite similar with Turkey, like the earthquake, and then the development, the bridges, the transportation system.
Yes.
So I did, instead of jumping to developed countries, I prefer to learn first from developing countries, which is more advanced in this case. Yeah.
Yes.
And I found that scholarship from Turkish government, they also covered preparation language courses, like for English and also for Turkish language.
Yeah.
So I really like to learn new language. I think it's really beneficial for our future, and I said, why not Turkey? It's unusual, but it's a really memorable one.
Yes. And then how did you end up in the UK? Did they have a joint program between, for example, your Turkish university with one of the UK university?
Yes. So back then, I joined a mailing list for scholarship.
Right.
It's beasiswa@yahoogroups.com. Every day I receive scholarship offers. And then I tried to think, like, what do I want to be? And like with my background and my passion, which one fits me? And when I started my master's degree, my professors was focusing on green buildings, and the first green building guidelines was established in the UK. So why not I try to do my thesis research in the UK? And they had a lot of opportunities to study, either like to the thesis research or internship or other types of cooperation with universities in the UK. So I used this channel to apply for UK university.
Yes. and then you were accepted in two of the international conferences hosted by the PPI in the UK and PPI in the Netherlands. And that's why I met you there, and the rest is history now.
Yes, yes, correct. Yeah, I think it's very important not just focus on our study, but also to, like not just studying, but you need to publish your research, you need to learn from others, you need to broaden your network, and this kind of scientific forum or like any international gathering, like students gathering, it really really helps your personal growth. And in this case, I'm really lucky to meet Mbak Desi, also Putri Fahita, also many other friends, very good friends that have been inspiring me through my journey.
Okay, Chitra. So at the end, you had two certificates from the Turkish government, but also from Newcastle University. So you were the alumnus for two universities. And what makes you think, right, okay, I've got two certificates. What is the next step for you then? How did you end up at BP now?
Yeah, so after I completed my master's degree, I worked in Indonesia.
So you went back to Indonesia first?
Yeah. I contributed to work in Indonesia, but then there was another opportunity to live and working abroad, so why not? But I meant is like in this kind of era, like we live in globalization, so I think it's really important to have variety of background, not just like we are Indonesian, but we could learn from many other different countries, and this is the what makes us different. Like we have a global vision, and we could be working in multicultural environment, and through the hybrid education, you may say this is really helpful for our future.
Right. Before I move on to the next speaker, I want to test out your Turkish. So can you say something about UNIMATRIX series in Turkish? I would like to hear whether you have used your hybrid skill in language, please.
Yeah. Merhaba. Merhaba means hello. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Merhaba. Benim adım Citra Sergia. Şimdi UNIMATRIX'te konuşuyorum. Çok memnun oldum. UNIMATRIX çok güzel bir şirket. Indonesia'dan memnun oldum. Yeah. Thank you.
Brilliant.
It means UNIMATRIX is really great. Teşekkür ederim.
And one more thing, Chitra, because of this hybrid experience, you mentioned that life is not just about education or, home, bibliothèque or library, and then, university. That's why you also met your husband, and you must be able to say something about UNIMATRIX in Slovak.
Super. To be honest, my Slovak my Slovak language is really need to be improved. I need to learn from my sons actually. Yeah.
Right. So it's really helpful in your life, right? Not just in you've got the experience from University of Indonesia for sure, and then you went abroad to Turkey, and then now you end up in London. So it's really a hybrid experience from your story.